Can you talk about any experiences that you ever had with segregation, either growing up or as a young person
Sure.
here?
My grandmother was real cute and very stylish. And as the oldest and the only girl grandchild, I spent a lot of time with her because my parents worked. And I remember my grandmother wanting to shop at Jellif's, which was a store in Washington, D.C., that we could not go into as black folks. And even when we could go into Jellif's after the segregation laws lessened, I guess that's a good word, she would never shop there because she said, I will not give them any of my money because I could not go in there as an adult. So I grew up with a lot of that.
Did it have an impact on you?
No, no, it really did not. As I mentioned, we had all black teachers. All of my role models were people of color. And no, it didn't have an impact because I didn't want for anything. My grandmother or my mother and father went someplace else and bought what we needed.
And in school, I know that your first school was Douglas Simmons
Yes.
Elementary School. Now, as I look that up, you can't find anything anymore except there is an online reunion site for alumni of Douglas Simmons. Where was the school?
The school was at, I'm closing my eyes, I'm trying to remember. The school was at First and Pierce Streets Northwest. Walker Jones is near there now. And the interesting thing at Douglas Simmons, there was a member of Asbury who was one of my teachers. So it was just interesting. So I always had African-American role models that I could always look up to.
And you were christened at Asbury?
Yes.
How did that happen?
I had an aunt who was a member, a longtime member of Asbury. My parents did not attend church at that time. My grandmother was Catholic. My great-grandmother was Baptist. And my aunt, Bertha Wood, brought my brother and I to church every week. So I've been here since probably the late 40s. As a matter of fact, someone gave me a program that I prayed an offertory prayer in 1952, and I was 6 years old.
In Asbury?
At Asbury. At Asbury.
And the people of the church helped mentor you as you
Oh,
grew up?
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And people say to me all the time that the 11 o'clock hour is the most segregated hour in the city. And I always push back on that because I attend Asbury because I want to attend Asbury. I can go anywhere else that I want, but I choose to come here because it is a place where I was taught, nurtured, groomed, and I don't feel that I could have gotten that anyplace else but an African American church.